What's going on, everyone? I hope you're having a great day. I'd like to do a quick product review today, and that is for these headphones that I'm wearing right now. They are by AudioPure, and they are Bluetooth headphones. They were sent to me, I think it was like last week or something. Now, I'm actually just going to show you these really quick. They're pretty standard and straightforward, very similar to the other headphones I've reviewed on the channel. These look pretty cool, actually. So, first of all, you got these rubber pieces here that help keep the actual headphones, earbuds in your ear. And as you can see, I powered it on right now, so there's the power button. And you got the volume rockers. They're kind of hard to see, but they're right here. And otherwise, they're pretty straightforward. The actual material that's being used on this band is kind of like a little bit rubbery and sticky in a way, so it doesn't slide around your head too much. But otherwise, they're pretty good headphones and just overall a pretty good product. I'll let you know more about these in particular as I get through the training session. I've been using them for the past few days. I've listened to a couple audiobooks and a few different songs and MP3s and whatnot on it. And in general, I was pretty pleased with the product. So I'm actually just going to show you these two in their package form. And I'm going to do a giveaway for these. If it's not later this week, it's going to be posted on a video next week. And it's going to be with a video relating to intermittent fasting. I've had like just an overwhelming amount of like messages and emails and everything ever since I posted the first intermittent fasting video going back like 2 years or something like that. Just a lot of people have a lot of different questions, and I've sort of compiled that list of questions into something that I can address and just create a video for and hopefully answer a lot of those for everyone, so I just don't keep getting the same damn messages all the time. But in that video, I will be doing a giveaway for these AudioPure headphones. So definitely make sure you're subscribed and check out that video when it's posted. But for today, what I'd like to do is get into the training session. What I've done is modified the texting method, and I mentioned this in the previous video I uploaded last week, but basically I've restarted the 6-week program, but I've removed overhead pressing and I've removed power cleans. So basically, instead of overhead pressing, I'm going to be doing spoto pressing, which is a variation on bench press. Basically, you pause the bar 1 inch above your chest, and it was actually a method that was created by Eric Spoto, who's like a super ridiculous bench presser. Just Google him and you'll see, or YouTube him or whatever. And so I basically replaced overhead press with that, and otherwise I replaced the other movement with front squats. So I'm no longer doing power cleans, I'm just doing front squats. And I feel that spoto pressing is going to carry over to bench press, and front squats is going to carry over to normal back squats plus deadlift. So that's why I replaced those two movements. Updated Excel program in the description below if you want to have a look at that and join me as I go through this program. I'm actually going to print it off and put it on the wall like I did with the previous one, so I can show you guys all the different numbers as I go through each day. But for today, we got volume day, so that's 5 by 5. Let's get right to it. So I'm recording this voiceover and uploading this video today on a Tuesday, which means obviously you're looking at yesterday's workout session. And in general, I felt pretty banged up on yesterday's training. And here's what I find happens. I trained on Friday, and I did a heavy top set of 5 reps for 420 pounds, and then I did another top set of 3 reps for 435 pounds. If you want to watch that video, link in the description below. I'll annotate the screen as well at this point. You can have a look at that. But I found that when I woke up Saturday, I felt pretty good. I felt like I could actually go back in and squat again up to and above 400 pounds. And I find that tends to happen when I'm practicing squat frequency. And that's kind of like a Bulgarian style of training, although, that's just a friggin' label for it. It really is just a matter of just going and squatting all the time. I find that method works really well, and it helps keep me squat ready, let's call it. But because I took Saturday, Sunday off, because those aren't programming days for me, I found that when I got back in here on Monday, I probably needed to spend about an hour of probably static stretching, muscle smashing, and probably ballistic stretching as well, just to get ready for this session. I did not have an hour to put into that. I pretty much worked right up until the early evening, and then I had to go in and do the session, and then I had to do some stuff afterwards. So, because of that, I felt a little tight, a little wound up, basically because I had a 2-day off period, which means no frequency, and then get back to it on Monday. It's not a huge issue, the weight still moved. It's just that, for instance, you'll notice on some of these top/working sets, 385 pounds. That's what you're looking at right here. You'll notice I may cut depth a little bit on a couple of the reps, and I mean cut depth by like half an inch. Right there, that one didn't look like it was perfect. You know, but again, I've talked about this in previous videos, and I'm not heavily concerned if there's slight depth issues on the volume days, and that's because I'm still putting the volume in. Like, the weight is still moving, so I'm still getting all my work in accordingly. The only thing is, it just wouldn't be the greatest for competition. But I mean, are there judges around me right now? Like, it doesn't matter, right? So I'm really only concerned on the heavy days that I make sure that I hit my depth. So on Fridays, I want to make sure that that top set is clean, and I've seen that so far. So that's why this just doesn't continue to concern me. All in all, though, other than the fact that I just felt a bit wound up on this day, I think it just moved well. Like, my bar path looked good. Everything, my breathing was nice. I didn't, you know, cardiovascular wise, I wasn't too exhausted at the end of doing all these, and my rest periods have just been improving week over week. Like, I was taking probably 3 to 4 minute rest at most between these sets, and I was still able to get the work done without any issues. So yeah, that's it. That squats went well. I wasn't going to show you all 5 sets just because, you know, it's like looking at the same thing over and over, and we don't want to make this video super long. So here we're getting on to some bench press. I felt, again, just slightly wound up in the chest area and just in the traps. So I spent a little bit of time just hanging out here on the bench press and just warming up with the bar. And then we get into some basic warm-up weights. But let's talk about the headphones. So the headphones that I was wearing in this session are by AudioPure. They're pretty good quality. I can actually take phone calls on them, you know, just like the other ones I've reviewed in previous videos. They're very clear. They're very crisp. The range on them is pretty good, so I can have them across different rooms. I'll tell you now that, for instance, if I have my phone on different levels of the house, so if I have my phone upstairs and I'm listening to music in the basement, there's a little bit of things like cutting in and out here and there. So they're not like flawless or perfect, but you know, you can't expect them to be. They work well for what they do, and battery life pretty much lasted about 3.5 hours for me when I did a straight test, and they charge extremely fast though, so they charge right back up, probably within about 15 to 20 minutes, and then I was good to go again. But otherwise, I think it's a great product, so stay tuned for a video coming up probably next week where I'll be talking about intermittent fasting, as I know many people want to hear, and I will be addressing a few points with relation to that, and then I'll get into doing the giveaway of those headphones in that video. So stay tuned, make sure you're subscribed, of course, and get ready for the instructions on that giveaway. I'll probably keep it exclusively to YouTube. I may consider going over to Instagram and posting something there as well so people can participate, but you know, we'll just play it by ear, so stay tuned for that. Otherwise, thank you for watching this session. This is the bench press for 240. It moved pretty well, but I'll see you again next time. Take it easy.